Some breaking bombshell news this evening, because according to reports in the Mail on Sunday tomorrow, Prince Andrew secretly told paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, quote, "We are in this together," and said he was concerned about the impact of the newspaper's revelations when they published a photo of him with his alleged victim.
Today we are diving into the latest claims rocking Windsor. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor, the disgraced former prince, has reportedly launched into a new phase of stubborn resistance as the king continues stripping away what little remains of his old life. The eviction from Royal Lodge should have been the end of it, a simple, quiet transition to a modest house on the Sandringham estate, a small property for a man who has brought colossal embarrassment to the monarchy. Instead, according to new reports, Andrew has decided to make life as difficult as possible for the palace. Grab your tea, because this story is filled with entitlement, outrage, demands, and a former royal clinging to status he no longer holds. When King Charles removed his brother's remaining titles and finally served that long-awaited eviction notice, it signalled the closing of a chapter that had dragged on for years. Royal Lodge has been Andrew's sanctuary for more than 2 decades, an expansive, multi-million-pound estate that he has gripped with white knuckles. The palace has now made its position clear. Andrew is leaving. He will be relocated to a smaller, less glamorous house on the Sandringham estate by 2026.
Andrew was shocked into giving up his titles after King Charles threatened to take further action. It is understood. The king spelled out to his younger brother that he must jump or he'd be pushed, with decisive further action reportedly on the table.
To the public, it seems simple. Move him out, move him on, close this chapter. But Andrew is proving that nothing is simple when it comes to him. According to reports, including the Daily Mail, Andrew is insisting on retaining a full rota of royal caliber staff. He wants a private cook, a housekeeper, a secretary who also performs butler duties, and a team of gardeners to maintain his lifestyle. It is astonishing. This is a man stripped of public duties, a man no longer representing the crown, a man whose scandals forced the palace into years of damage control. Yet he is reportedly demanding staffing levels equivalent to senior working royals, insisting that he is still the son of a queen and the father of 2 princesses, and therefore entitled to all the trappings. And that is far from the only request. One of the most startling claims is that Andrew wants what he calls the right to roam on the estate where he will be placed. He refuses to be confined to whatever cottage he ends up in. He expects freedom of access to the grounds, walkways, and outdoor spaces. The problem: Andrew has been banned from riding on the Windsor Castle grounds. This measure was reportedly taken to keep him out of public view and to avoid unwanted photographs of him trotting around Windsor while stripped of titles. But sources claim he is pushing back. He wants autonomy. He wants movement. He wants the lifestyle of a royal without the title or the authority.
And where did he get a total of 8.5 million in 2005?
Yeah, because
did we pay for it?
Well, no, don't think the Mail are reporting today that he did not get a major inheritance from the Queen or the Queen Mother.
Insiders claim Andrew is being exceedingly difficult. He is reportedly refusing to give up ground on staffing, access, and financial guarantees. The palace wants a simple transition. Andrew wants terms. This is a man who has lost almost everything, yet clings fiercely to the remnants of privilege. His stance is not one of quiet acceptance. It is one of negotiation, resistance, and strategic pressure. And now we come to the part that makes this situation far more tense than it appears. Behind the scenes, it is not just about housing. It is also about money. Years ago, the palace quietly cut Andrew's allowance, leaving him to grapple with the financial consequences. Insiders now claim he has been making repeated appeals for more support. He believes he should maintain the life he had before everything collapsed. He has reportedly argued for a budget similar to what he enjoyed as a senior royal, even though he no longer performs any duties. This financial tug-of-war is said to be one of the most contentious points. The palace does not want to bankroll him indefinitely. Andrew wants long-term guarantees. He wants protection. He wants to know that when Prince William ascends the throne, his funding will not be reduced further or removed entirely. That alone reveals how precarious his position truly is. Some royal commentators believe Andrew holds far more influence than the public realizes, not through titles or status, but through information. He has spent decades inside the heart of the monarchy. He knows every feud, every crisis, every scandal that was handled behind closed doors. And so does his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. Insiders worry that if Andrew ever feels abandoned or betrayed, he could choose to speak. Whether through a tell-all memoir or a poorly timed interview, he could reveal stories the palace never once made public. One insider phrased it bluntly: Andrew may no longer have rank, but he still has reach. He is a man with nothing left to lose, and the palace knows it. That is why every step of this eviction has been slow, careful, and cautious.
So this is according to a report in the London Sunday Times that Prince Andrew and Fergie will not be invited to Sandringham. Now, I don't generally advise anyone to avoid church, but in Andrew's case, maybe he could spend a little more time in church privately rather than making headlines.
They are not simply relocating him, they are managing a potential threat. The monarchy is trapped in a difficult position. They want him removed from Windsor, but they cannot push too hard. They want stability, yet they must avoid provoking a new wave of headlines. They want to protect the image of the crown, while navigating a man who still expects deference despite losing all authority. This is not just a house move, it is a chess match. One wrong move could lead to disaster. While the palace tried to control the narrative, Andrew delivered yet again. The United States Congress requested his cooperation for a transcribed interview related to his history with Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew declined. No comment, no cooperation, nothing. It was a bold move that only reinforces the pattern. When faced with accountability, he withdraws. When offered the chance to clarify, he refuses. When pressure builds, he retreats behind silence. And the timing could not be worse. On top of his refusal to speak to Congress, Andrew was recently spotted being escorted out of Royal Lodge in a manner that raised eyebrows. Reports claim he was hidden in the back seat of a vehicle, tucked away from cameras, almost completely concealed. He was described as being quietly snuggled out of the estate, shielded from view, as if trying to disappear. The same man who appeared at royal events with confidence, now he is a shadow behind a car door, slipping through side exits. It tells the story better than words. Andrew's world has shrunk. His influence has evaporated. His appearances are rare and hidden. Yet even from the shadows, he continues to negotiate and demand. His arrogance is alarming. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor may have lost his titles, his privileges, his home, and his public role, but he is not going quietly. He is negotiating, resisting, pushing, and leveraging whatever influence he has left. His demands, as outrageous as they are allegedly being considered. The palace wants closure. Andrew wants protection. Until those two goals meet, the drama continues. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Should Andrew still receive staff, funding, and privileges? Or has he already been given more grace than anyone else would ever receive? Make sure to subscribe. More royal updates are coming every day.